Game is underway. We were talking about how Battle.net hates blistering sands, and indeed it does. Look at that ugly picture there. That is some low detail stuff right there, and it's pretty funny that they haven't fixed that yet. That's actually been that way for quite a while. Ouch, that is pretty ugly. So I see our portraits seem to be broken as well. Numb and Avokodo can't show off here today. But anyway, this is our fourth game in Grudge Love Saturday, King of the Hill, and Silva actually managing to start his comeback. Let's just call it that, because I hope that's what's going to happen. I'd love to see 5 games out of these guys, but he took the previous game, Pantheon fighting, guys, Pantheon fighting. He took the previous game quite convincingly. Avokodo tried a slightly quirky different strat. Those ghosts, wow, the damage, so cool. They took those mutilisks out, no problem, but I gotta say, he might have, just as he says here, he might have overextended a bit. He might have tried to go for quite too many different things. But anyway, it looks like Numb might be making his comeback now. Let's see if he can take this game, ride that confidence into a win here. It'll be interesting to see, and I'd love to see a 5th game, and I'd love to see all the maps being played in our map pool today. So I'm just going to look around here, zoom in a bit. Wow, this stuff is just so pretty. Look at these drones walking up and down here. Avokodo blocking his ramp, and it's pretty much the same as the previous game. I'm going to say again, wow, so susceptible to baneling busts, but it seems like baneling busts are the flavor of yesterday at the moment, and it just doesn't seem to be used too often anymore. Well, not really early banding busts anyway. So Silva, let's see again, not quite deciding to throw down a very late pull from Silva, but he hasn't decided to throw down that expansion again. Let's see when he decides to get that pull down. 15 pull, that's pretty late, but this is a big map, and at the same time, it's a pretty easily defendable map. This choke is tiny. You've even got a choke at your natural should you expand. And those destructible rocks, they've got quite a lot of HP, and should Silva leave this Overlord hanging around here, I really think he's not going to have very much problem with that. He'll know when his opponent is knocking on his back door. And no, I don't think that's not some... no. Don't even think about that. Anyway, Avokodo, let's have a look at his base now. Orbital command coming down. I'm going to open the production tab before I forget about that. And the spawning pool not done yet. Interesting scouting position, overlord position here. He's going all the way around Avokodo's base. I suppose it'll be nice to be able to get a look at what's going on behind this little hedge here. This little... Oop, bit of a pause there, but it'll be interesting to see if he can get some nice scouting down to that. I know a lot of Zerg players decide to sacrifice those overlords just to get a bit of a look around, and I suppose a bit later game when you can't actually just run into the Terran player's base anymore. It's good to be able to look around, and I think it's probably worth those 100 minerals that you spend on the overlord. So we're just waiting for this pause here, and I'm going to have a look at the unit list. 16 drones versus 15 SCVs. That's pretty much the difference that we see from the fact that Silva decided to throw down his pool at 15 instead of 13 or 14. Wow, let me see what I'll tell you guys what I expect from this game. I think that... okay, sorry, tragedy averted. Locked himself out of room. We're underway again. I actually think that Avokodo is gonna do pretty much the same thing he did before. He's not gonna in the first 2 games. Sorry, not in the previous game. He's not gonna try anything quirky again, because I think he wants to win this King of the Hill series. He doesn't want to mess it up by doing anything too crazy. He's got this SCV just hanging around at his opponent's natural. He will be able to check when he expands, but is Silva going to be expanding anytime soon? I'm not quite sure. Zergling speed on the way, and the queen is nearly out. So that's one of the disadvantages of getting that spawning pool so late, that your queen actually comes out later. So there you go, he chases that SCV away with those Zerglings. Once again, I hope Avokodo actually makes use of this, has a look around the base. He doesn't see a Roach Warren here, so that's pretty good. Some good intel there for Avokodo. But let's see if he actually saw that he saw the natural going down as well. So all in all, a good day for that SCV. Although it be the last day for that SCV, it was still a good day. He got some good info out there. So factory going down for our Terran player. I wonder if he's going to throw those Reapers out again, or if this is just... Nope, it's for the Hellions. They're on their way out. And I watched a Day9 Daily the other day. Ooh, surprise, surprise. And he said that a lot of players always decide to get that first Helion out to do a bit of scouting, to see if they can poke around their opponent's base a bit before throwing the reactor down on the factory. Interesting stuff. So it seems like Avokodo deciding to move out right now. He's just ripping apart any Zerglings he runs over here. I think Silva needs to seriously think about getting some roaches out, because should Avokodo keep getting Marines and these Helions that he's getting right now, he's going to overrun his opponent in no time at all. But he's running off one factory and one barracks at the moment, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to outmass a Zerg player with 2 hatcheries up. A constant stream of reinforcements at the moment for the Terran player. He's moving in right now. A couple of Zerglings coming in here. The speed upgrade is it complete? It is complete. They just look so slow off that creep. And he's doing nice to clean up this force here. A nice surround on 3 Marines there. 3 Marines go down. Oh, and nearly another surround. He doesn't even need to surround that Helion. It goes down anyway. And he catches a couple more stray Marines and this Helion here. I think Avokodo needs to think about pulling back right now. That was a bit of a careless push there. I really think he might have wanted to take that a little bit slower, gather his forces up a bit more and push in as a group and not just get singled out like that. So having a look around here, Avokodo deciding to throw down 2 more axes and his own expansion, so he's prepping for mid game, that's for sure. And there comes the fated Spire. It always, I gotta say, that Spire always comes out, but we don't always see it being used to its fullest in these games between these 2 players. I mean, it's been out in every single game so far, but I gotta say the first 2 games the Spire didn't help Numb that much. So if we have a look at the vision that these players have on the map, Silva at the moment, he's got a bit more vision than his opponent. He hasn't spread his creep out as much as I'd like to see it. I think not that I'm the best person to comment on Zerg play, but I think it's really good if you can get that creep spread really early. I mean, you just got to spend a little bit of energy on one creep tumor and you can start spreading it pretty substantially. Okay, so these Helions doing nice damage to those Zerglings there, and oh, there's a bit of a chirp there. That was mean. Not the greatest move by you, brother. So it looks like Avokodo trying to make a move here. There's one Spinecrawler up at that choke, but the second one is on its way. He's just chasing these Zerglings around here. So back in our Terran player's base, he's just, it seems, getting this expansion of his up and running and then prepping for the massing that he's about to do. The first 4 Mutalisks are on the way. It'll be interesting to see if he can do something good with them in this game. I'm going to check the income tab out quickly. Our Terran player far ahead, 1,400 right now, zooming ahead in the income compared to 1,100. So interestingly enough, yeah, he hasn't gone. I just see the word roaches in chat. Sorry, I'm not actually reading. But he hasn't got his roach warren out. Not deciding to go roaches here. Wow, these Helions doing some nice damage. Silva deciding not to even pull those drones off the mineral line. Probably a good idea. He didn't line them up nicely, so they didn't get taken out in a nice little, a cute little line like that sometimes happens. So that just means that Avokodo did get a look at those Mutalisks and he knows exactly what's coming. He's probably going to be throwing up turrets, and he does. Missile turrets on the way. They'll be up again just in the nick of time. 3 turrets going down at his mineral line and they go up. Nothing these Mutalisks will be able to do here right now. Back down in his natural, nothing. Oh, there's 3 turrets up already. Wow, Avokodo on the ball a lot quicker than I can think here. So it's again, once again, I'm going to say it's good to see that Numb is trying to sort of keep his opponent busy, move around, do a bit of damage. That's what you want to see. You want to do that as Zerg, and you definitely want to just keep him out of your base, out of your grill, till you can get your economy up and running, until you can start massing like a Zerg should. So over in Avokodo's side, we can see the starport coming down now. Again, a pretty late starport, which seems to be sort of a trademark for Avokodo. I just missed those Mutalisks having a bit of a peek at this natural here, and obviously see nothing but missiles flying at them. But I gotta say, Sorry, I gotta say that that it's good to see him trying to do this and trying to keep the opponent out of his base. He's even going to try expand at these gold minerals now, but I don't know if Avokodo is going to let that happen. He's moving out with a bit of a marine force here, and should he wedge himself in here right now, he'll be nicely in position to cut off those Zerglings, but will he have enough damage to be able to handle them? I don't think so. Those Zerglings are going to handle these marines no problem should those Mutalisks be involved. That's a lot of Mutalisks right now. Our Zerg player has 11 Mutalisks out and 30 Zerglings. He decides not to take the Terran player from behind. Avokodo pretty safe from behind there. Nothing going on with the Zerg there, but he's just waiting in his base right now. A couple of Banelings coming out right now. I don't think Avokodo is going to do very much damage with these Marines, and I think he needs to pull back right now. He is definitely overextending himself again, but maybe that's his choice here. Maybe he wants to do that. Maybe he's just trying to do a bit of damage, trying to keep his opponent busy. As I said, the Zerg player should be doing, but wow. A lot of Zerglings going down there, a couple of Banelings going down, all the Mutalisks make it through. Pretty pointless push by Avokodo there. If anything, he did manage to keep Silva busy. I'm just looking at this this tab right now with the units on, and 42 drones versus 47 SCVs. Always interesting to see the Terran outmassing the Zerg player on workers. Not what should be happening. So a scan over here nicely on the gold minerals. Avokodo knows the jig is up, and I think it might be a good idea for Numb just to cancel that, unless he's going to decide to push right now, which he does. He's got these Mutalisks flying around here. He's going to try keep his opponent busy while he gets those gold minerals up. Again, interesting to see Avokodo not quite. Oh, a fight going on, sorry. There's not much that these guys are going to. Oh, more than Medvac go down, and it does go down. A bunch of Marines lost there across that chasm. That's not a good thing. We're definitely going to see a lot of damage being done here, because half the anti-air that Avokodo had just got taken down. Oh my goodness, these Banelings just running around rampant in the supply line right now. They're making their way to the main. A lot of Mutalisks in Avokodo's base right now, and the Medvac goes down again. Oh no, not good for Avokodo. Good game immediately, not going to waste any time there. Incredibly well played by Numb. A decisive move at the end there, going for his opponent's base and not taking any prisoners.